Afropolitans. We are out at the FNB Joburg Arts Fair, where we have the privilege this afternoon of meeting and greeting the incredible Ethiopian artist Aida Muluneh, who's showcasing her incredible works here this year, titled The World is Nine. You've had a very interesting childhood and a very interesting journey. You balanced your youth between Yemen, Cyprus, and then going back to Ethiopia, which is your native home. How has that sort of impacted your life as an artist?
I mean, the one thing that I keep saying is that, Ethiopia gave birth to me, but the world has raised me. So having this global perspective and having these opportunities has really shifted, obviously, in my work. And, the question that I get a lot is people think I'm, the daughter of a diplomat or an aristocrat, but it's just my mother was always looking for a better place to live.
Interesting. So I know you also trained in the world of radio and film and photography. What shifted your focus into art, and how would you describe your artworks? Because I wanted to say visual arts, but I think that's a very broad term.
Yeah. I mean, I started out as a photojournalist, so getting to the medium photography was something that I've always wanted to do. But what shifted me to this was really, a few years ago when Simone Jami curated Divine Comedy's exhibition that toured everywhere. I had met him in 2007 in the Bamako Biennale, which I actually won an award for my black and white images. But when he asked me to produce a collection of work, which is this interpretation of Dante's Divine Comedies, I wanted to do something different and something new.
So what is the next goal for Aida? I mean, sold out exhibitions, a permanent fixture at the Smithsonian, a household name in your country of birth, as well as on the African continent. The sky is clearly not the limit.
No, I just want to get back into film production, I want to make some use to my degree. So, but no, my ultimate goal is to get back into film. And it's just everything that I do, even the process that I use in order to make these images. It's, I look at it as working on a film set, where you have to have your characters, you have your storyline, you have your design and what have you. So in that sense, it's, I want to do a film, and then after that, my ultimate goal is just to be a farmer and, just work on the land.
If I may just ask you to walk me through this piece.
So this piece was inspired, so our previous university president, his name is Professor Andreas Ishete, highly intellectual guy, reads a lot, and he had introduced me to this poem by W.H. Auden, which is called The More Loving One. And if you read the poem, it's quite fascinating. I mean, I don't know, for me, it's, I'm a very passionate person, and obviously being a woman, I have my own emotions when it comes to romance. But my main conversation in this is that, in life, we have to take chance, regardless of whether the step has, if it's solid or whatever, if it's an abyss and what have you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the art fair? How long has it been in existence, and why was it initially started?
So this is our 9th edition of the FNB Joburg Art Fair. It was started in 2004 by Ross Douglas and Kubi Labuskachni. Actually, Ross Douglas began an art project with William Kentridge called Projection for 9 Films, and then also the Magic Flute. And I think this gave him his first real taste into the art world. And he decided that the South Africa needed a place to come together every year and to grow a sustainable art industry in South Africa.
Now, the Joburg Art Fair is billed as an international African fair. Who's exhibiting this year? Who can people look forward to seeing?
It's fantastic. We've gone from 2 years ago, we had 37 exhibitors. This year we have 80 exhibitors. So it really has expanded. And a large portion of these exhibitors are from East Africa this year.
I was just in conversation with Aida Muluneh. What makes her work so exceptional? I mean, it is exquisite to behold.
She's fantastic, and we were so excited when she said yes to us using her images across the whole of the Johannesburg landscape. So you drive along any road and you see these artworks on the streets. We've literally turned Joburg into a gallery. And Aida is from Ethiopia, from Addis Ababa. She is not only an artist but an activist for photography.
Now, as you mentioned, this year the Joburg Art Fair features predominantly African artists. Do you think, as a curator and as a professional and someone who just loves the world of art, do you think that African artists have finally found their voice in the international space?
I think we can't say that we've arrived necessarily, but we're definitely on a very exciting journey.
It's been an incredible afternoon out at the Sandton Convention Centre for the Joburg Arts Fair, which has been spectacular, featuring some of the continent's most exquisite artists. Aida Muluneh, I am now truly a fan, and I'll see you in Ethiopia.